Hello YouTube. Welcome to Devil's Advocate. If you don't know, this is my my live stream channel where I will eventually cut these segments into smaller pieces and then upload them onto my main channel, which is the link is in the description down below. So, like the title say, I will after a few videos, I'm going to check out other videos too, but I'm also going to react to the craziness with the Papoose and Remy controversy. I don't know a whole lot about them, right? I know, of course, I know about the whole, back in the day, Papoose, he hold down Remy when she was in prison. He was faithful. He was a upstanding man, very moral, and he held her down. And then now there's some controversy with that, and I wanted to watch and react to it, with you guys. But before that, like I said, I'm gonna react to some other videos that I thought were cool or interesting that I wanted to react to as well. So I'll do that. That's how I guess things will go, will flow. Let's check it out. Alright. So the first video is this kind of like social experiment. I'm not always crazy with these social experiments, but it is what it is. It's just interesting, right? With the title, you can see. For me, why I want to react to this video is because, again, I date interracially, so, and then I talk about, let's say, black women. I talk about women in general, right? But a lot of people see, or the content that people watch are usually the ones with black women, so they say what they will say. But I wanted to react to something like this that I thought was interesting because, again, I think we always segregate ourselves, right? Black community, white community, Asian community, all that stuff. And I just think that we're just people. We should all be one community. But with our mindset where we pretty much divide ourselves, it's never gonna go nowhere, right? We're never gonna be a truly, in my opinion, a true melting pot, because we're all divided. We're all in our own own little pots instead of together. So, it is what it is, but, I will react to what I react to, right? And before I'll say this, right? Again, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch, right? I'm probably going to say a lot of controversial things, or to you will be controversial or a no. It is what it is. Deal with it, or you don't, right? But anyway, let's get started.
Against simply because of the color of his skin.
The white dude? What you know about this, man?
But what if now things get more personal?
Excuse me.
Rachel is an actor, playing a hairdresser who has her eye on a new customer.
You been working here for a while?
Yeah, for too long. When you gonna come save me?
All right.
But Gabriel has a girlfriend, and when she shows up,
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Do you want me to wait for you over here?
it's a rude awakening for Rachel.
Say what? You with a white girl?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
You couldn't find a strong black woman for you? Excuse me?
If you saw this woman berating an interracial couple, what would you do?
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Hey. Baby? You dating a white girl?
I'm dating a girl who is white, if that's what you mean.
Okay. I don't get it, but that's crazy. Only thing crazy is you being in here.
Rachel isn't pulling any punches with Christian, and at first, this woman takes the soft, comforting approach.
I'm not bothered by it. Nobody over here is bothered by it.
Thank you. I hope y'all don't plan on having any children.
Like I said, she sounds like a real hater and she's insecure.
And with that, Denise Muldrow is so upset there's...
You know, I've said this story before, right? Growing up, like in high school, I mainly hanged out with black crowd because I always felt that they were so open, right? They weren't really cliquish. They were very inviting. I never cared to hang out with like the Asian crowd because I felt like they were very cliquish, where they weren't very inviting and open, right? And I've always, again, gravitated towards black people, okay? And kind of way I always gravitated towards black women, or at least the women that I've dated. You know, they were very inviting, you know, open-minded, and I've always loved that. And that's the thing where it sometimes saddens me when there are closed-minded individuals, because that's not how I view the whole community as, right? I view them very as open-minded. You know, it's just that's how I always viewed it, right? So for some of them like this, where they're just like closed off and like very narrow-minded, it's not how I viewed, you know, black people in general.
Nothing's holding her back.
She's ignorant.
No, she's not talking about me.
I'm talking about
Discriminated against simply because of the color of his skin.
The white dude?
The white girl?
Yeah, that's
Social couple. What?
I don't get it, but that's crazy. Only thing crazy is you being in here.
Rachel isn't pulling any punches with Christian, and at first, this woman takes the soft, comforting approach.
you that's brushing his hair. You are ignorant. Keep your opinions to yourself because you sound stupid. All right? I'm letting you know. Black girl to another black girl, you sound stupid. Much criticism as we went through as a people, you're gonna go and do it to the next person? What gives you that right?
Why are you defending a white woman,
I
though?
don't care what she was. She could be purple. I'm defending a woman, period, point blank. That's what she is. She's a woman. Or maybe you're not. I'm sorry. She's not a woman. She's a bird. Get out of here, birdie.
Well, before our actress flies away, it's time to introduce herself.
See, I love that stuff.
What would you do?
I'm crazy. Don't pay me any mind. That's just the Brooklyn in me.
And you had to say something.
You know, you gotta learn to speak up, especially when.
That's why I think it's amazing. Like, women like this is the amazing ones.
Only words.
She's not one of us.
Because things are about to get very uncomfortable and quiet in here.
She ain't gone through what we gone through. Not too long ago, what we were going through. Still going through.
We have a black president. Shouldn't that show you how far we've come?
Look, I'm just saying what every woman here is thinking, so, you know, kill the messenger, whatever. They wouldn't be with a white guy, would they?
Kristen,
I don't know these. I mean, this must be like an old show or something, right? I don't know if this was on TV or something. I'm assuming it was. I don't know what this is, right? What would you do, kind of thing. But you know, I always like amazing, right?
walks away for a minute.
I can't take this. Sorry.
And still, no one says a word.
Am I right or am I right?
Why not?
Did it bother you?
No, it bothered me a lot. But it wasn't my place to say anything.
It definitely wasn't appropriate.
Why not say something?
I guess hindsight is 2020.
She even said, everyone here is thinking what I'm thinking.
Well, I sure wasn't thinking what she was thinking.
This is the thing, right? With these social experiments, right? There's such a wide range of emotions, actions, and just people. There's a wide range of different types of people, right? This is why I don't really like reality shows or these social experiments, because, again, it's very judgy, right? So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of these shows, because it pretty much, a lot of times it could paint a terrible image of people, you know, however it does. So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of these things, right? because it's just, it makes people look so bad. And you know what? It's reality, right? Humans are a lot of times shitty. There's no denying that. It's just sad sometimes, right? When you see the reality of people, right? And then it's like, not everyone, let's say the two that didn't say nothing, not everyone will stand up for other people. And it's just, to be honest, it's just how it is, right? It's just human nature that not everyone is, let's say, a leader, or let's say a warrior, or whatever. Not everyone is that, right? Not everyone's going to stand up for the little guy. Shit like that. But it's like, is that wrong or right? I mean, I would say neither, right? Because it's just, you can't expect that from people. And that's the thing. But then you paint the picture of like, oh, it's terrible. You know, why don't you do something? But we can't expect people to do that, right? Sometimes I think like it's a little bit crazy where you expect people to go out of their ways to defend other people, to help other people. It's like, you can't, right? You can't.
Of his seat.
You don't belong with a girl like that anyway.
You can't disrespect customers like that. It's none of your business. You should be ashamed of yourself for doing that.
Ashamed of myself.
Yeah, that woman did nothing to you.
Did you see what she looked like?
She's a blonde white girl.
Look at this place. We up in Harlem.
So go downtown.
This is Denny Mo's.
So go downtown.
She should go downtown.
And they can cuss you out downtown? Is that all right for them to cuss you out downtown?
Why would they cuss me out?
Because you're black and you don't belong there. That's the same thing you're saying to that white girl.
It's not the same.
It's the same thing.
They're ruining the black family.
What?
For Nicholas Richards, that comment is the last straw.
Drugs are ruining the black family. Poverty is ruining the black family. That white girl's not ruining the black family.
Would you be with a white girl?
Maybe, but that's none of your business. And if I...
This is something, right, that I've always, again, maybe an outsider looking in, right? And I'm not saying that racism is not a contributing factor to the hardships of the black community. Not whatsoever. But again, I've lived around black people. I work with black people. You know, I've dated black women. I have black friends. And when you talk to them, I don't know about, let's say, the black people in my comment sections, but when you talk to average black people, they're not complaining about racism, or they're not saying a white man is putting me down or whatever this. They have real world problems, okay? Things that are actually really affecting them, okay? Something like he said, right? Poverty, not having a job, drugs, right? Gangs, violence, right? I mean, I guess you could always string it along and root it to white people, I guess. But I mean, is that really solving the problem? Saying it's the white man's fault. It's the white man's fault. It's the white man's fault I can't get a job. White man's fault there's drugs. It's just, sometimes it's just, that does not bring comfort to a mom that lost her son through gang violence. Saying that, oh, it's because of white man. When it wasn't the white man who killed her son. This is a thing where we're not, sometimes we want to shift the blame, but then that does not fix anything, right? And it's just, I think it's counterproductive, right? But again, it's just an outside looking in.
Want a white girl in here? You better not say nothing to her.
You know the way we get treated. Yeah, give them some of the same medicine. Plenty of black people did nothing wrong.
You messed up.
Why are you shaking your head?
Because it's ignorance. And I can't deal with ignorance.
How you doing, sir?
Such an eloquent condemnation of racism.
She doesn't really work here.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's also in in a interracial relationship.
You were angry at her.
Hate doesn't do anything but beget more hate. And it holds us back, you know? Black people need to figure out constructive ways to move forward. And just being angry and upset at white people doesn't do that.
Good advice, but nothing prepared us for this last woman.
Wait, what? You with a white girl?
Marcia Bonner, an HR executive and diversity trainer, cannot believe what she's hearing.
I mean, I just wanted to see
Diversity trainer.
him with a strong black woman, you know?
Of his seat.
You don't belong with a girl like that anyway.
Embrace. Embrace.
So you think that's wrong?
Doesn't matter. I'm gay. You think that's wrong?
I have nothing against gays, you know? I just feel like
Civil liberties, once again.
I didn't mean no disrespect.
I know you didn't.
I just try to.
She tries to get to the bottom of Rachel's intolerance.
I just feel like I see so many like black little girls who don't think they're good enough.
That has nothing to do with her. Nothing to do with them. It's our responsibility to make sure that they feel good enough. We don't have to step on them. They've been stepping on us for too long. Let's try to rise together.
This is something, right, that a little while back, right, I saw this video of a guy interviewing a college student, right? One of the things he said, they're like, the guy asked, do you like anything about being white? And then the guy said, and I'm paraphrasing, right? This is all paraphrasing because I don't remember it clearly, but just like, he just finds there's no redeeming factor in being white, right? Essentially. And it just makes me like, is this progress? Is this the what minorities are fighting for? To now become the oppressor, right? To become the one that is now hating, and like you making this white boy hate for being white. And I was like, I don't know. It's just, why? Why are we doing this?
We can't do it without them.
And then Rachel gets to the core of her problem.
It's the way my mother taught me.
And not everything your mother taught you have you abided by. Nothing. Except the fact that you're gonna go over there and take that young lady's son.
She wants Rachel to apologize to Kristen.
One day. Just a thought.
So he's like,
Yes, you should. While it's still on your spirit. So that you can sleep better tonight. Trust me.
Go up to them, yeah.
Go up to the nudge, you know.
Not aggressively, but just say, he's my boyfriend.
I can hear you guys talking about me. He's my boyfriend.
I know. And she wants to tell you. Embrace. Embrace. Do something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. It's just a little weird for me.
No, don't let it be. Come in. That's what works for us. Hugs, helping us grow spiritually. Alright?
I'm John Quinones.
Why did she get involved?
Sometimes you have to step up so that you don't fall back.
Do you understand where she's coming from?
Absolutely.
It offended you.
Absolutely. And it didn't offend me. It hurt me. It hurt me because that's not what I'm about.
What did you want Rachel to know about Kristen?
There's no, look at them. What's different? You know, it's about moving forward. Can you all just step with me? We're gonna move forward, right?
That's right.
There you have it. That's
One
what
step
we
at a
do.
time.
One step at a time.
And that's exactly what they did today. So many people stepped forward against hatred and bigotry. A sermon at the barbershop.
I do think that's beautiful, right? I do think that we should do our best to be more inclusive, right? Do actual changes, you know, and make it a true united community. right? Not segregate ourselves. But you know, I hope there will be changes, because after all these years, it seems like we're not making strides. So, but this is cool. You know, this is cool. I've never seen a show before, but I guess it seems like a TV show kind of thing. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Now, let's check out this Papoose controversy, right? Yeah, I wanted to react to this whole Papoose controversy that's happening right now. Right, it seems like there's just rumors. I believe nothing is concrete. Okay, nothing is really concrete yet, but there is a whole lot of talk, a lot of gossip in this rumor mill. You know, at best, this is a good guy, right? He's a guy that was faithful throughout her imprisonment. So it would be really sad that it is true that she cheated on him. Okay? Because again, a lot of men, they always view women as infallible, right? I think society has painted this image, right? They painted men as the dogs, the cheaters. So you don't assume women to be like that. And in a sense where I always view my content as a way to like break the kind of the stereotype or the image of women being perfect. They are no different, right? They're no different than men. They will cheat. They will do violence. They will do terrible things. We're all people. That's the thing where sometimes I want to break the whole that image that we have how men are, how women are. You know, because it doesn't help anything, right? Because I was debating with a girl saying, "Oh, she said men are terrible, men are cheaters." It's like women cheat as well. Women are terrible as well. We can't just blankly say that stuff, right? But you know, doing this, right? Their romance was pretty much, you know, wanting to show to a lot of men that, oh yeah, you should be faithful to your wife and stuff like that. Well, a lot of men will use this as kind of the thought. That's why, you know, you can't trust women, something like that, right?
No longer together, she's rumored to be dating a younger man, a battle rapper by the name of Easy the Block Captain.
So everything just got worse for me at that time. Like my whole world came crashing down.
So it looks like it's the end of the road for Papoose and Remy Ma, because word on the streets is that Papoose is divorcing Remy over cheating allegations. Remy recently got exposed for cheating on Papoose with rapper Easy the Block Captain, and Papoose is not taking this well at all. He dragged Remy for cheating on him, and it looks like she's going to be getting those divorce papers served. There's a whole lot to unpack here, cause y'all just won't believe the insane story and how crazy it gets.
You might want to hold on to your horses for this one, cause the streets saying that Remy Ma allegedly cheated on that man. Let's remember that Remy Ma cheated on Papoose with this rapper Easy the Block.
Y'all, so Hollywood is currently serving up some drama. Y'all, it's another season for Hollywood divorce. And this season has everybody talking, because it kind of seems like there's a whole lot of infidelity happening, with couples either cheating or getting cheated on and getting divorced. But it looks like Remy Ma and Papoose are the latest couple to hop on the bandwagon, because their relationship recently hit a rocky patch. And trust me, it's a crazy old mess. Remy recently got exposed for cheating on Papoose with rapper Easy the Block Captain, and Papoose is suffering emotional damage. Honestly, but who could blame him for being hurt over this? Everybody knows how much he loves Remy, so for her to betray him like that, well, it's bound to hurt. But anyways, Remy and Papoose have been together.
This is the thing, right? Sometimes we always put these celebrities on like a pedestal, like they're some kind of gods. They're humans, right? They're nothing special. But we always put such a big spotlight on them. But to be honest, they do it themselves, right? They put all their life on film or whatever for people to see. So again, they are facilitating that too, right? That's why I think there's no, oh, I want to show you my life, and now I don't want to show you my life. That you don't get. It doesn't happen like that. Okay, but I would think men in general will probably use this as an example, right? Being a good guy gets you what? Right? It gets you what? And this is the thing where, you know, like I was saying, we always put this like angelic nature onto women. Well, we need to break that. Women will cheat on you too. Women will destroy you. Okay, that needs to be out in the atmosphere that women are not infallible. Okay, women will cheat on you. It don't matter if you are a good guy. It don't matter if you are faithful to her. Okay, and this is an example, but this shit happens to regular people. Being a good guy don't mean that she won't treat you terribly. It don't mean that, okay, it's like there's only one way where, okay, he's the one treating you terrible. He's the one treating a good woman terribly. It doesn't happen like that. It don't happen just one way. A lot of times it can happen either way. Okay? And that's the thing where we have this preconception that only men treat women terribly. That's not true. It's not true at all. And these kind of things are a good example where we need to break that halo, that image, right? It just shows you that a good man doesn't necessarily get the happy ending, right? And it's like, this is the thing where being good to a woman doesn't necessarily mean you will get those amazing treatment. And it's vice versa, right? A woman being good to a man doesn't necessarily mean, you will get good treatment. It's just a sad thing about life.
Together for over 15 years, which is no small feat in the world of Hollywood and celebrity romance. I mean, that's the kind of commitment that had us thinking that they were in it for the long haul, like forever and ever. Because 15 years is no joke, especially in a place like Hollywood. So Remy Ma and Papoose have been the shining example of black love in Hollywood. People absolutely adore them together, so it's kind of shocking to see that things have turned out this way for them. Now, what makes their relationship stand out is that Papoose loyalty and devotion to Remy withstands as far back as to when she went to prison in 2008. Papoose was right there, being the supportive partner that she needed to get through her hard times. He went above and beyond.
And this is like a good example. It's like, it's hard to even predict. I mean, in my opinion, right? It's hard to even predict with women. Now, again, this is a famous couple, right? You don't know what's happening behind closed doors. You would think that because they share so much of their life, you would, but you can't. But this is a thing where it's, women can be very fickle because they're very emotional. Here's a man that's faithful, that he's successful, so they're not poor. So she's not cheat on him with someone who's richer than him or something like that, or cheat on him because of money. He's faithful, he's well off, he's decent looking, obviously they've been together for so long, they have to have some kind of connection. But again, I've listened to I've read and listened to a lot of stories of average people, right? Average people of being in 15, 20, 30 years relationship and so on, right? And the wife still cheats. Sometimes she even said that, she didn't even know why. She even assumed that, they had a good relationship. She doesn't even know why she cheated on him. I could say that, a lot of times I've learned with women, at least a good amount of women, it's about emotions. They will get bored of you. They will want that butterflies. They will want that chemistry. They want that vibe. Okay? If you can't continue to rile up their emotions, their addiction to emotions, right? The dopamine effect of emotions, right? Of, you know, the first kiss, the first date, whatever, okay? The butterflies, the love, okay? The spark that they experience in the beginning. A lot of women will get bored, and that usually facilitates cheating. Right? That will really I've listened to so many stories. For women, it's not, they can have a great happy marriage, but it doesn't bring the highs, right? The emotional highs that a lot of women may crave, right? The man may think like, oh, we're happy, right? We have sex every once in a while. You know, we are communicating, we are connecting. But again, for men, we're not necessarily out for emotional highs, because emotions is not that integral to our happiness. But a lot of women, they're so, maybe it's chemically, right? They love that emotional highs. And well, again, listening to these stories, getting the emotional highs from new men, you know, it is something that women do a lot, right? And I think I read a study, or I heard a study that women usually the one who get bored quicker than men. They get bored more often than men. So, you know.
Beyond, even risking his own freedom to sneak a skeleton key to her prison. And if that ain't loyalty, then I don't know what is. He got caught trying to sneak the key to Remy, but he got lucky enough to get off without too much trouble. However, he received a 6-month ban from seeing her. But that wasn't bad enough for him to stop caring about Remy. In fact, it made him more obsessed with her. And he decided to marry her right after. And yes, she was still in prison. And just because she spent 6 more years in prison doesn't mean that he didn't take those marital vows seriously. In the next 6 years that she spent behind bars, there wasn't a single rumor about him cheating or getting too cozy with anybody. He remained fiercely loyal to her every single day, which is interesting because we know that everyone in Hollywood cheats with everybody else. Well, everybody except Papoose, that is, because that man kept it locked in tight until she was free. Now, when Remy Ma finally walked out of prison, Papoose was right there to welcome her back to the free world. Their marriage not only survived, but it thrived after her release. Fast forward to 2018 and they welcomed their daughter Reminisce into the world. Remy had a child from a previous relationship and Papoose had 3 kids of his own from a former relationship, and they formed one big happy blended family. Well, their marriage was the perfect relationship in Hollywood and they were definitely couple goals. Well, that was until June this year when cheating rumors started to go around about their marriage, which was weird because they were the image of great black love. People struggled to accept that the marriage was going through a crisis. Fans started to suspect that there was something wrong when Remy didn't wish Papoose a happy Father's Day this year, which was very weird because she usually took every chance she could to tell us about how he was a great husband and father and how they had the best love and family ever. But what really had people talking was the fact that Papoose wished himself a happy Father's Day by posting a family picture of him and the kids, but Remy was not in the picture. He added a caption, "Family is everything." And people wonder why Remy was not in the picture and left comments saying, "Normally I'd see Remy in the picture. What's going on? Where's Remy?" And you married a woman that was never deeply and madly in love with you. You, on the other hand, was blindly in love with her, and now you are seeing the truth.
That quote might be a big thing, right? This is something that a lot of men always say that, and they've come to learn that when you love the girl more than she loves you, there's a higher probability, like I was saying, right, by the dopamine effect, the emotional state of women, right? If you are in love with her more than she's in love with you, well, there's a higher chance that she will get bored of you because her love is not as great, right? And why a lot of men say it's better because if she loves you more, well, she will pretty much satisfy, because a lot of men, and let me say this, right? At least average men, okay? Now, Papoose is not an average man, but he's a morally sound man and faithful man. So if she loved him more, okay, and she satisfied all his needs, why would he want to cheat? Okay, because he's not looking for the dopamine effect of, love, or the butterflies of getting with a new girl or shit like that. Men don't really need that if they are completely satisfied. Women, it's hard to satisfy them emotionally all the time. And after, 10, 15 years of a relationship, it's practically impossible to give them the same butterflies of a new man, right? Of the beginning of a relationship. So, that's literally the difference, right? So a lot of times there is a big advice going around where it is better off that she loves you more as a man. She loves you more than you love her. Now, I'm not saying that you don't love her, okay? But the balance, right? It should show that she's absolutely infatuated with you, absolutely can't live without you kind of shit, right? That's the thing, right? So, yeah.
And started to speculate that there was something shady going on in the marriage, but we didn't know how bad it was until we started hearing rumors that Remy had cheated on Papoose with rapper Easy the Block Captain. Y'all, it's just extra wild because Easy and Papoose ran in the same circles and were friendly. So the fact that he and Remy would even think of sneaking around behind Papoose's back was absolutely crazy. And of course, Papoose was furious about the affair, and according to some eyewitnesses, Papoose was so mad that he threw hands over this at an industry event. Well, by throwing hands, I mean that he threw hands and Easy caught him because Papoose knocked Easy cold out. This guy Easy clowns so hard on social media that he tried to deny that a fight took place, saying, "Y'all want something bad to happen to me so bad. Of course, it's the same hating men and females, but y'all should get this story straight before y'all speak." In another tweet, he said, "I'm not mad about rumors. I'm not mad about false stories, because being the person I am, I understand. But when I seen people like happy it was a possibility something happened to me is unacceptable. And now I give 2 F's about nobody. We not friends, and I finally get it." He finally asked Papoose to come out and clear the air, saying, "Real men do real things, right, Papoose? Yo, boo, clear these rumors up before I do." Well, Papoose didn't reply to him or even try to clear up the rumors, but Remy stepped up to address the situation. She tweeted, "I'd like to apologize to everyone that was disappointed tonight because we couldn't get 3 full rounds from all the opponents. I tried. And can y'all please stop with the Easy and Pap lies? There's no place like Chrome. Right back at it. See y'all in August." But fans didn't buy this denial because, well, it would be embarrassing for them to admit cheating. Also, the fact that Papoose didn't try to defend Remy was a big red flag because we all know that he does not play about Remy. Usually he never lets anyone say anything cross about Remy and will go to great lengths to protect her. So the fact that he was silent when his wife was being dragged kind of convinced people that the cheating rumors might be true. I mean, Papoose was the type of guy who spoke highly of Remy and said stuff like, "A man has to honor his queen. If she disagrees with something, he has to take her perspective into consideration going forward. He can't just totally disregard her point of view. Happy wife, happy life."
That, honestly, the happy wife, happy life thing has been such poison to men. Okay? It has been such poison. Because it is ridiculous. Okay? Because it hasn't been proven to actually be a happy life. Right? Even if she's happy. Even if you've done... Again, you don't know everything behind the scenes, right? But here's a man who's successful. I'm assuming he with how much he loves her, because he's been so faithful and he's hold her down while she's in prison. He would done everything for her, tried to do his best to make her happy. And this is the thing where you can't even know if you're actually making someone happy. But all you can do is your best. And if that does not make her happy, well, does that really make it a happy life? Because all you could do, right, is your best. And with women, right, because their emotions are so fickle, you can't even tell if she's truly happy. And it fluctuates. She could be happy now, sad then, or sad later, or whatever kind of emotion she has. That is a headache. That is a detriment, because women will, let's say if she's unhappy one moment, well, if something happens, a good-looking man try to, holler at her, boom. Is it still a happy life? I mean, like, because her happiness just fluctuated all of a sudden. So I always think that it is ridiculous, right? And it's just, that whole statement just shows you that he may put so much love in for her, towards her, it will come back and bite him in the butt.
And y'all, when this happened, his silence spoke volumes. And it kind of confirmed to people that Remy and Easy were indeed sneaking around. Well, after that drama finally fizzled out, people just moved on to other things. Well, until now, that is, because the rumor mill is now churning again, because she's been caught in the act again, cheating on Papoose with Easy, and it sent the internet into a frenzy. Alright, so it all kicked off when Remy Ma and Easy found themselves in a rap battle showdown with rapper Gotti. And let me tell y'all, things escalated so fast from the moment Gotti grabbed the mic. Now, if you're a fan of rap battles, then you know that it gets really intense. People get to clapping and get to spitting and all kinds of stuff. And these rappers be going in. And that's exactly what Gotti did. He exposed Remy for her affair with Easy, reigniting those juicy rumors.
Just stop spewing the business. If I found out you was help, that could really ruin your image. What are we talking?
Papoose was furious about.
Let's see if they're
fucking Michelle, Pap and Rim. That's us. Y'all the poster child symbol for black love.
Y'all, the way that Gotti said it kind of made it clear that people in their circle knew about the affair and had been talking about the drama for a while. But he didn't stop there, because he went ahead and dragged Remy and mocked her for cheating on Papoose after he remained loyal to her for years.
Every interview, he showed his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. And they held you down in prison for 6 years.
And y'all want to know what the shocking part about this?
She was just standing there listening. It's insane.
It's that Easy didn't even try to deny the rumors and basically even confirmed it.
You wanna know who I'm fucking gang? You wanna know the details? It's only B9. If you heard that did something to me over a female and he ain't dead, it's probably because I still got the female.
Now, everyone was expecting Remy to fire right back right then and there, because she's not the type of person to let that type of stuff slide. She's known for having a smart mouth and can out-rap Gotti at any time. So the fact that she didn't say anything was kinda sus. It was even...
And it kind of shows you your disrespect. That's your husband. That's your man. Right? It kind of shows your disrespect, right? How you feel towards it. It's like, if someone... Let's say, for a man, if someone was insulting your woman, you should say something. You should do something, right? Say, you can't just let that slide. It's that disrespect. And now someone is, I don't know, maybe it's because it's a video, but it's like you shouldn't allow that to, propagate into the atmosphere. So really, it shows you how much respect she has for her man, the man that she supposedly loves.
Wilder when she had an interview after that and she didn't even seem mad.
The Papoose, now that he don't talk as much as they talked on the stage.
Cool. Did you?
Yes.
His service was the blogs for the past 4 months.
The blog, okay.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay. But he was, I don't know if you, how comfortable or uncomfortable you were with him standing there just saying all of this to you.
Listen, it's battle rap.
Yeah, that's either a clone of Remy Ma or she's guilty as F. And according to an insider, she's guilty because Papoose is furious at her. The insider said that she and Papoose have been having major issues about this and he feels betrayed. But not just that, the insider is saying that he's been talking to several divorce lawyers and trying to figure out the best way for him to deal with the situation. He's considering all his options and close friends are expecting him to officially file for divorce any day. Now, the streets have been in an uproar and talking left and right about this issue, leaving comments saying,
it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Here's another thing. I'll just say that, right? I mean, behind closed doors, we don't know. I mean, it's probably if that was recent or whatever, kind of shows you that they're pretty much already on the rocks. So why would she care, right? But this is the kind of the sad part, because there's such the whole image of black love, right? Which is it's a pressure that it's that they kind of put on themselves, but society or like culture have put it on them as well. So it's unfair, but not unfair, because like I said, they did it to themselves as well. But it does not help, right? It's not going to help, because right now, men and women are more divided than ever. Okay? I'm not trying to necessarily, I mean, people will say what they can say. People will say what they can say about me, but it's not like I'm trying to divide. It's just that I'm trying to bring the accountability. Okay? And now this is kind of situation where, well, here's a man being faithful, loyal to a woman, marry her, probably no prenup as well, married her and all this stuff, and then she goes and cheat on him. She was better off divorcing him and then moving on. But no, you want to cheat on him, the man that was faithful for you for all these years while you were locked up. Okay, this what's that telling other men, right? Being a good guy, well, you will finish last. This is an example of finishing last. Okay, so let's check this girl's thoughts. And sometimes she gossips a lot about celebrities, so I figured I might as well add with it.
I should have known these rumors were real. Well, at least not real, but real to somebody. And allegedly, Remy Ma's side was caught on audio explaining the entire situation.
And so it's just like, as far as that, like, because it's just, how is that going to work? How is it going to work though now? Like, even if you go back to the ball, right, which, all right, I'll come out, explain everything that happened. We was fucking with each other, you was cheating on the ball, such and such, and whatever happens. Let's say Love and Hip Hop pick it up. You all get back together. How does now? I get a bag. You know what I mean? I get a little bag. I get a little check, couple little, you know what I'm saying? Such and such a, you know what I mean? I'm the boy that such and such a cheat. I'm around now. I'm a little, I don't sound too comfortable. I should have knew me being in fucking New York, me being at Remy Ma, and I knew this nigga should have been plotting on me, because I would have been doing the same thing. You know what I mean? This nigga would have been a city.
Now, that was just a snippet of the audio, but you can listen to the full thing here at the Neighborhood Talk. But according to the Atlanta Black Star, most of this audio had already been released on December 18th. And the Atlanta Black Star goes on to chronicleize where that audio came from. Now, it was released, but it was only presumed that it was Easy the Block, but it was not confirmed. Well, today it's being confirmed. And he goes on in the audio to explain why he was punched in the mouth by Papoose. Now, the part that gets people a little bit uneasy is him explaining the scenario like, okay, I come out, and then they go and discuss it on Love and Hip Hop, and I get myself a little bitty bag. But then what happens after that? Just being noted as the guy who cheated on a Bronx rapper, like he's basically was explaining, where does this take my career? Now, in the latter half of that audio, he explains how he was getting too comfortable being around Remy Ma in New York, knowing good and gosh darn well that Papoose was around the corner. Now, although Easy the Block stated that was him on the audio, he said that it was chopped and screwed up, and so there's a lot of context missing from that audio. I don't know what's going on between Remy Ma and Papoose, but they better figure it out before the next season of Love and Hip Hop, honey, because this is guaranteed to be a really juicy storyline.
Women love drama. It is insane. But this is, like I said, right? This is messy. And this is just going to give men more ammo, right? In the sense where being a good guy gets you what? Okay? Being a faithful man gets you what? What does it get you nowadays? Getting cheated on. And like I said, right? Like I said in the beginning, I've heard plenty of stories, right? Of marriages of 10, 15, 20 years and stuff like that. Where men were actually being good men. Okay? Actually being good men. And yet still getting cheated on. So, you know, you hear these stories, it just jades a lot of men. And it's a sad thing because, like I said, men and women are more divided than ever. And then you hear these stories, it don't help. It don't really help the actual division that, you know, the sexes are facing right now. So it is sad. I don't know. What do you guys think? So, you know, that was that. I'm gonna do some, you know, for continue live, maybe a few more. I'm gonna try some Kendra G reaction videos. If you guys never seen my Kendra G reaction videos, you know, I just break down some of the datings, the date videos that they have. So it's interesting. So why not? Let's. All right. So, like I said, alright, so I have this Kendra G video, so let's react to it and check it out.
Hi. Hi. What's your name? Oh, I can't hear you. You turned your volume off. You turned your volume. Oh, there we go. Good. We're good. Okay. Are you ready? I'm ready. Aren't you adorable? What's your name?
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's good looking.
Is your name Jayla? My name is Jayla. Jayla, how old are you? I am 26. 26. What you do for a living? I'm a district manager for Starbucks. Okay, district manager for Starbucks. That's a good job. Yes, ma'am. Starbucks. You have any children? I do. I have one son. How old's your son? He's 6. 6. Okay. Have you ever been married, Jayla? I have not been married. I've been engaged, but not married. Okay. What's your zodiac sign, Jayla? Cancer. Oh, where are you calling me from? Where do you live? Houston. Houston. So we got Jayla, Houston, Texas, 26, a Cancer, district manager for Starbucks, right? Yeah. Correct. One son that is 6. What kind of man you looking for, girl? Oh my gosh. Okay. So so he has to be fun, adventurous. I love to travel a lot. He has to be stable and have his own things. I'm a single mom. I work really hard and I don't need a son. He has to be a man of God. He has to be.
I've always said, right? Women that brings up God. Okay? He has to be a man of God. Okay. Are you really a woman of God? One child out of a wedlock. That really doesn't show how godly of a woman you are. So I've always said, women that say, I want a man of God, I want a man that that's religious and all that stuff, it's a red flag, because women in general, at least a lot of these women, right, that's on these Kendra G shows, they don't even follow God's teachings, right? They pick and choose what to follow. It's like, okay, great. I mean, what does that even mean then? A man of God. Because it's so ambiguous then, because it obviously shows that you don't really follow the teachings of God. So it's just such an ambiguous thing, and it just shows, it's just like a red flag.
I prefer about 6 feet, bearded, chocolate, preferably, but just a solid human.
Okay, a solid human. What are your deal breakers?
Ooh, I cannot deal with anybody who has experienced bisexuality in their life. I say that for a reason, Kendra. You'd be surprised out here. You'd be surprised. Another deal breaker is not having any type of job, money, home, and multiple baby mamas. Multiple baby mamas can't do it.
Okay. I do want to ask a little bit for elaboration. Have you met men that were bisexual?
Actually, my friend hooked me up on a blind date with a bisexual man recently.
How did you find out? Did he just tell you?
Yeah, he just asked her. She's right here.
Wait, your friend asked her. Wait, I'm confused.
He asked my friend how he thinks that I would react to a man who has been involved in a bisexual relationship.
Is this before the date or after the date?
Before.
Well, you went on the date still, or did you?
No, we didn't go on the date after that.
Oh, you didn't go on the date. Okay. All right, so she's not open to that. No bisexual men. Okay. You talked about how he has to look. So that's tall, dark, handsome with a beard, correct?
Preferably.
Preferably. Okay. What about money? Does he got to make a certain amount of money, girl?
I would like for him to either match me or make more than me. I live in Texas, so I would say about 120 and up.
120 and up. Okay. Can he have kids?
He can. He can have kids if it's the right situation. See, I don't have baby daddy drama, so I don't want to deal with that on anybody else. So as long as they're really like apart and not, messing with each other on the low, then we can make something happen.
Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam.
This is the thing, right? She's good looking. Okay, I'm not saying nothing about that. That helps a lot. But this is the thing, right? She doesn't understand how rare of a man and how desired of a man that she's asking for. A good-looking black man, a tall, good-looking black man who makes over 6 figures. That's rare. That is rare. And that's so rare that's very highly desirable. Practically every woman you see on Kendra's show is asking for that type of man. So just her show, women are asking for it. So imagine the general public, right? They are asking for that too. Again, she's pretty. She's, I would say, like an 8, right? I would say a good solid 8. But then it's like, she has a son. I mean, that's a few point off, but I mean, still, a man who's at that caliber, he could ask for a good amount of women, right? He can ask for women that don't have son, women that, I don't know, it's just whatever his taste is. So, it's just, this is the thing where it makes it hard, right? But it's like, they've always said, women's success is more of a detriment for them. Because, like she said, her level or higher. Well, usually those men, they can date lower. They can date lower. So they have more options. So it's harder for you to tie him down. For you to be a reason why he needs to change it up. This is the thing where sometimes women need to understand, okay? Now, would you want to share this man? Usually not. Okay, well, men that are highly successful is like, and highly desired. It's not like, it's not an automatic that they will cheat or anything, right? But it will be harder for them to, get those men to settle down. So you got to know what you're asking for. And a lot of women, they seem to not understand what type of man they're asking for.
Ooh, yay.
Okay. You look good. Ooh, you did a turn, girl. We're on them.
And like I said,
So
she's
we got
cute.
Jayla,
She's cute.
26. You want kids yourself one day?
I do. I want another one.
That's right. You have a son. I forgot. You want another one? Okay. She's a mom. Is marriage the goal?
Marriage is definitely the goal.
Marriage is the goal. So when was your last relationship?
Ooh, my engagement was called off in September of last year. So
why was it called off?
He was cheating, Kendra.
How'd you find out?
So wait. So long story short, my son got a hold of his iPad, and he was away from our house. And basically, while we were at home, he was getting messages from another woman. He was supposed to be at home packing.
See what I'm saying, right? I'm assuming her requirements, right? 6 foot, good looking black man, that makes over 6 figures. I'm assuming that the last man she dated most likely falls into that category, right? And like I'm saying, I'm not saying that it's automatic. Oh, these men will automatically cheat. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that these men are highly desired because they are rare. These men are rare. Okay? A good-looking black man, over 6 foot, making over 6 figures. He's highly desired. And he's very rare. So, you're not the only woman that wants him. Okay? Sad thing is also, you're not the one who built with him. So, there's not that high level of obligation. Okay? He's just thinking that, okay, he will explore his options. He will these type of men, right? These highly desired men are more likely to explore their options. So, are you willing to share him? Because you're not the only pretty woman that will want this guy. And she's really good looking. I'm not saying that, right? But again, good looks, sadly, it's common. The man that she's asking for is not, right? The man she's asking for most likely is about 1% of the population. 1%. Which is, it will boggle your mind how small that percentage is. We are millions and millions of people. At best, right, 1%, couple thousand. Right? Just think about that. Couple thousand of the whole country. So, imagine your city. Well, that's probably a couple hundred. At best. So, this is sometimes women don't understand what they're asking for. You're asking for a rare man. Well, things like that will happen. And she's showing the proof in it.
But he was texting her, talking to her. So I just kind of sat back, watched it all unfolded, and then called my engagement off after that.
So was that your son's father?
It was not. But when my son was like 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay, got you. Okay, so you called the engagement off. All right. Okay. Did he make $120K?
He did. He made a lot of money.
He made a lot of money. Would you date a man that made less than $120K?
I would. I just feel like just laziness. It just has to do with like drive, motivation. Like I can't sit with somebody who's complacent and just making, you can't really survive off of that. Like 100K is not the same 100.
This is ridiculous. I mean, him himself, right? If a man is like, let's say she's making 120K. He's making 50K. If you guys marry, you're making, together, it's 170. You can survive off of that. The thing is that she wants to survive, right? Not to really survive, but she wants to live a higher means, right? She wants to live a certain lifestyle. It's not about survival. No. This is the thing with a lot of women. You can survive on 50K, which is the medium, right? Medium income of most men. You can survive on it. Especially when you combine incomes. If she's making 120 or even 100, him making 50, you can survive on that combined amount. Problem is, she wants to live better than surviving. Okay? And again, here's the man that she just dealt with, okay? Who's making a good amount of money. Do you want to share him? I'm sorry. It's just how a lot of men are. I'm not saying all men, because they're not. But again, if you want to find a faithful, morally upstanding, over 6 foot, a good-looking black man who makes over 100K, and again, is faithful and morally sound, most likely he's already married. Okay? He's already married. Most likely that man is already married. Or most likely that man is even pickier, where he's not going to settle down easily, because he will have options. You're not the only pretty woman that wants to be with him. You're not. And this is a problem with a lot of women. Being pretty is not rare. It is not. Especially in this day and age with the internet, you can find prettiness everywhere. You can't find this type of man everywhere. You can't. This is the thing where women can't understand.
Okay, it was a long time ago, you know. So
well, it wouldn't be. But here's the deal: you make 120K, so it wouldn't be a survival thing. He would if he made. Let's just say he made 80. You make 120. That's 200K.
I could do it. I could do it 80.
Okay. I think though, I mean, again, and this is not the notion to try to get any black woman to lower their standards. It's just sometimes there might not be enough men. And then the men that...
This is the thing, right? It's not about lowering your standards, right? It's about being realistic and understanding could you actually fulfill your standards? Can you actually find the man? Because if you can't, then what are you going to do? Right? If you want to be single, then you just be single. But this is the thing. It's not about lowering your standards. It's about having reasonable standards. Standards that make sense.
Do make it. Now you got to find the one that wants to be in a committed relationship and builds a family. You know? So it's like so many different factors. But I do understand what you're saying, because you were saying 120K is not enough to live off of. Well, you're living off of 120K, aren't you?
I'm saying like not being complacent and just making like, you know, a small amount of money. Like it's all about self-drive, self-motivation, us advancing as a couple. So I just don't want complacency. That's it.
Okay, understand.
That's the ridiculousness of it, right? That's the ridiculousness of it. You might as well. This is why women should always say, "I want a millionaire," because like they always say, "Oh, fine, he can make 50, but he's gonna I'm gonna push him, or he will strive. He should be goal oriented to make $1 million." It's like, then might as well just say you want a millionaire, because you thinking that every man or any man you get with will strive to be a 6-figure earner is ridiculous. Because if every or any man can do it, then the percentage of men would be higher than, what is it? I think men that make, I don't know, 100K or about 100K, it's about maybe 10% of the population. Okay? If any and every man can do it, that percentage wouldn't be so low. So really complacent? No, it's just in life, not everyone can, let's say, advance to higher positions, right? You can't, not everyone's going to be CEOs. Not everyone's going to be managers, because, again, for every one manager, there's 10, 20, 30, 50 employees, right? Workers. So really, that the odds are still not the same, right? One manager to 20, 30 employees. That doesn't mean that 20, 30 employees will turn into managers. This is the problem with a lot of women thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get with a man and he's gonna be like goal driven to become a manager, to become a CEO, to become a whatever." It doesn't happen like that. So really, women's expectations, women's standards is what's holding them back. Thinking that, okay, any man I get with, that's the man is going to be the next CEO, next manager, next whatever. Whatever he gets is what he gets, right? That's it.
All right. Did I ask you this? I don't know. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I prefer not to answer. My mama watching.
Okay, her mama watching.
And I've said that, right? Women who say that they don't want to answer that question usually have had sex within the month to about 4 months. Okay? Saying about half a year is not, it sounds better than saying, oh, I just did it last month, or I just did it last week, or I just did it 2 months ago. They don't want to sound as bad. But if they would definitely say, oh, I did it like half a year ago, or I did it a year ago. That doesn't sound as bad.
3 flaws you have to work on.
Ooh, okay. I am sometimes can be very hyper independent. I've been doing it a lot by myself for a while now. So just learning how to just sit back and let somebody take over is going to be definitely a struggle for me. I'm very hyper and I get like distracted pretty easily. And another thing I would say is I'm very impatient. So that's all things that I'm trying to work through.
All attributes that I don't think a high value man or a rare man would deal with or would settle for. So, no surprise that the last man she dated, almost married, he was cheating because he's not going to just deal with you, right? He's going to deal with other women as well because, again, these hyper independence or impatientness, right? He won't make it a big deal because you're not the only one he's dealing with. If you were the only one he's dealing with, he's gonna make that a big deal, right? Because a lot of men of this caliber, right? Again, these are rare men you're asking for. This is the thing where women have to understand. What do the man that you want? What do they want? You're asking for a rare man. Well, he's not gonna put up with BS. He's not going to put up with anything that he doesn't want to put up with. That's the thing, right? But he will, maybe it's a sad thing or uncool thing that he will put up with you because you're good looking. You give him the box. He will take the box while he's trying to take other boxes, take other boxes as well.
All things that you're trying to work through. I want to say this real quick. Someone said, Kendra, you don't drill men as hard. Well, ladies, what you gotta understand is the odds are in men's favor, unfortunately. Okay, a man can have 10 kids by 5 women, but if he's attractive, there will be a baby mama number 6. A woman will take him in still because there's more women looking for men. Now, women, we don't always have the same luxury. I don't want to call anything mistakes, but things that
on planet Earth, there are more women than there are men. In the U.S., there's more women than there are men. And now let's put that in perspective as well. Women ask for an even smaller pool of men, right? A smaller population of men. Over 6 foot is what? 15% of the population. Now, 100K men. And when I said 100K, right? I said 10%. I didn't add in if that 10% was over 6 foot. I didn't add if that 10% was black men. No, that was just men making 6 figures. Okay, that was men making 6 figures. That doesn't say that if they were tall, if they were good looking, if they were black. So really, you would cut that percentage in smaller chunks. So this is the thing: women shrink their pool because they're very selective on what men they want. So although there are more women choose from a smaller pool. It's not because they don't have options of the larger pool. They choose from a smaller pool of men. Okay?
that we do within our life can affect. So this is why I'm trying to get women to understand that. But also the reason I drill women harder is because women actually control everything, because you control vagina. So I don't care what anybody's saying. All these podcast men that's up here saying men are the prize. Let me tell you something. The reason why they feel like men are the prize, because ladies, you have made them the prize, because you be giving them your moist.
Let me say this, right? I kind of agree with her, but men are the prize, but I agree. Women have made them the prize. Why? Because, again, let's say this. The 6 foot man, the man that makes 100K, he's the prize. Why is he the prize? Because women desire that man. So yes, women have made him the prize. Okay, I agree. But that's reality. That's how the dating market is. Women desire this man. So, and majority of women desire this type of man. So in essence, he is the prize. But this is the thing. I do agree. Women don't think that, or women are surprised that they actually have a lot of power. I agree with that, right? They have a lot of power within the dating market. Women, and this is my opinion, women have created the problems that they are facing. Not men. Men have not created the problem. Okay? If women are single and unhappy and stuff like that, or complain about men or whatever, it's because women created it. Women made the rare men, right? 6 foot, good looking, 100K and above, the prize. Well, now you complain that that man either so rare to find or wants to be with multiple women. You created it because you made that man desirable.
Vagina before you get what you want. Okay? So this is why I'm grilling women, because I want women to realize that you actually can run everything if you can control and manage your vagina properly.
True.
And it's that simple. But back to you, Jayla. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Oh my gosh, they'll be lucky to be with me because I am a lover girl. I have a very nurturing spirit. I love taking care of people and my family and my friends. I'm very fun and adventurous. Like, there will never be a dull moment. We're going to travel. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. And just because I'm just very motivated and I know what I want. So if they're looking for a commitment, I'm the person to do it with.
And there you have it. You are definitely adorable, Jayla.
Yeah.
What is the age range you would date? You're 26.
Preferably 28 to 35.
And should he be in Houston?
I'm open to outside of Houston.
Open to outside of Houston. All right, let's do it. Jayla, Houston, 26, Cancer, district manager for Starbucks. One son, that's 6. You're open to having more kids, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. 28 to 35. Prefers a man that makes at least 120K. Is willing to negotiate that if it makes sense.
If it makes sense.
If it makes sense. Okay. All right, boo. How can the guy reach out?
This is the thing, right? I said it, right? She's cute. She has a decent body. I mean, not bad, right? Her looks is, high. Again, the man that you're asking for, good-looking women are dime a dozen to him, right? Let me repeat. She's asking for a good-looking black man, over 6 foot, makes over 100K. Let's not sugarcoat it. She wants a 100K man. That type of man has plenty of good-looking women asking for him. She is just one in hundreds of women that are desiring this man. Okay? I'm not saying that she will have this is something that a lot of women are having a hard time with, right? Let's say a lot of men, right, say that you won't find no one, or as you get older things will be harder for you. Why, right? It's because the men that you want, it will be harder for you to find the man that you want. I've said this. No matter how old a woman is, no matter how she looks, no matter her situation even, there will always be men that will want to have sex with you, that will want to be in a relationship with you, that will even want to marry you. Always. No matter if you're 50, if you're 20, if you're ugly, if you're beautiful, if you're fat, you're skinny, whatever. There will always be men that will always want to be with you. Women will not have a shortage of men that want to be with them. The problem is women will have a shortage of men that they want to be with them, and to be with them long term. That's the issue. This woman, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. The problem is the men that she wants, well, just like her last relationship, she's not the only woman out there for him, right? especially these type of men. So she will most likely, okay, being a single mom but pretty, she will have a hard time finding the men that she wants to be committed to her. It is a sad thing, right? And again, women have that power, but they created the problems themselves. You ask for rare men, well, you have a hard time finding these rare men, and you will have a hard time keeping these rare men faithful to you. I'm sorry. This is reality that women are denying. So, but I mean, she will probably be, I mean, again, she's pretty, so we'll see. But I just want to say that that's something to understand. What do you guys think? Okay, let's try another one. Alright, let's try this one. Alright, I got another Kendra G video for you guys, so let's react to this one.
Can you hear me? Hi.
I can hear you.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
So my name is Danielle. I actually have been on your show before.
Okay, do you have an update?
I don't have an update. I wanted to redo it because I moved to a different area. So when I did it, I was in Columbus, Ohio, but I have recently relocated to Raleigh.
Okay. Did I make you a highlight?
Nope.
Okay, so let's do it. What's your name, honey?
So I'm Danielle. Hi.
You did tell me that. I'm sorry, y'all. I was listening to other details. Danielle, now you live in Raleigh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 35.
35. What do you do for a living, honey?
I'm a supervisor.
Supervisor. Do you have any kids?
I have one 9-year-old.
A 9-year-old. Have you ever been married?
I have not.
No. Okay, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. So we have Danielle Riley, 35, Pisces, a supervisor, and a mother to a 9-year-old. Boy or girl?
A girl.
A girl. Let's do it, Danielle. What kind of man are you looking for, honey?
So the kind of man that I am looking for, definitely someone that is independent, someone that is super nice, not anybody mean, you know, someone that is willing to take care of their woman. I am a hardworking woman, and honestly, I just want to be with someone that's going to just see how hard I work and be like, you know what, let me do this for you, let me do that for you, because I work so hard as a single mom. So,
what? How's that his? How's that his? It's like you. So men should pay. So men should reward you for being an adult, for taking care of your own problems. You're a single mom by choice. You had that kid by choice. You working hard to be a single mom is like, what? So a man comes in seeing you being a single mom, working so hard to be a single mom, as an adult. He should try to take away your responsibilities, try to take care of you, try to take off some of your the you know, the responsibilities you have, or try to spoil you. What? This is the thing, right? And this is like kind of the delusion of a lot of women. What you should ask for and what you qualify for, is it someone to take care of you? Is someone to share in your responsibilities? You should be looking for a partner, not a provider. Modern women do not qualify for a provider. You're a single mom, you're 35, you're average at best, right? I'm being nice, average at best. You do not qualify for a provider. For any man to take off any or to provide for you, right? Especially when you're just being an adult, handling bills and taking care of the child that you made. What man cares about that shit? You're not taking care of his child, right? The guy that you had a child with, he should see you taking care of his child and wants to do something. Not a stranger. So get that out of your mind. Okay? No man sees you taking care of your own child. That should mean anything to him. But this is, like I said, what you should hope for and what you qualify for is looking for a man that will share in your responsibilities. Right? Rent, half of it. Bills, half of it. Groceries, half of it. Whatever. Okay? Share in your responsibility. Take off some of the weight, some of the responsibility, right? Or at least make it not so heavy. That's the thing that you should be asking for. You thinking that someone should care if you're being a single mom. Why? Because it's not his child, so why should he care?
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are if you can't take care of yourself, if you don't have a job, if you're not in a position to date, then I don't want to date you. I think that I run into a lot of people that say that they want to date and that they're like ready, but they only want to text, or they don't want to go out. Like, and you just have to have the capacity to date. So if you don't have the capacity to date, then that is a deal breaker for me. Like, period.
Okay, you gotta have the capacity to date. She ain't playing no games. Okay. What about let's get to look a certain way?
No, definitely attractive, right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm not saying that you got to be, the tallest person and, things like that. But make me feel comfortable, like when we go out, those are the types of things that I'm going to find attractive. You know what I mean? However, I'm not blind and I'm also very pretty. So I would like him to be attractive, right? But, there's not a particular guideline that I would follow for like looks or anything.
Well, your name is Amazing Confidence, so we do not like that. She says she is very pretty. Okay, so you gotta be.
It's delusional. It's delusional. She's 35. She's average. And I'm being kind. Right? There's nothing special about her. It's like, She's average. Like, I think a lot of men will probably even call her below average, right? She might be even a 4. But I say at best she's a 5. All right, and this is at best. So really, confidence is nice, but an ego, which is what you have. Okay.
He has to be as attractive as you.
Yes.
Which is average.
Not as me, but you know, just I gotta be able to look at you, right? I gotta be able to look at you.
Okay. What about money? Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
He definitely has to take care of himself and understand that if you're getting into a relationship, there comes times where there's give and take. So again, don't get in a relationship if you can't hold your own, right? And then you're asking me for something, or you know, it looks weird. So do I have?
I would say this, right? My advice is that no man should ask women for money. You shouldn't ask women for money. Because I think that's a power struggle. Where now you're giving, like, I want to say you're less of a man, but it's like you're taking away your power and kind of giving it to her. Don't ask women for money. Don't. Work hard, have your own. The best thing you can do is have your own, where you're not reliant on others. Have your own. Because then no one can control you. No one can dictate anything to you. You will forever have the power in your own life. When you now asking, and I've seen it before, right? Like begging women for, oh man, I need like 10, I need 20, I need 30, I need 100. Really? It's like, it's now women will look at you a certain way, and now you're bending to the whims of others, right? You're begging for money. I just don't. That's not a good look, and I don't think men should fall into that category of now asking women for money.
Have a dollar amount? No. Are you going to ask me for some money? You will get blocked. So be able to support yourself. Like, that's it, you know?
That's it. Ooh, where? Oh, hello? Is your Wi-Fi there? Your Wi-Fi went out for a second. Hello? Are you here? Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have Christmas gifts everywhere. So Christmas gifts everywhere. My ring light is turning on its own.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Okay, my ring light wants to do something I don't want it to do. I'm so sorry, girl.
We gotta see your legs.
I'm gonna tell my daughter to come hold my ring light because it keeps moving. Mackenzie, come here. Hold on, 1 second. We're gonna get this together.
All right, we see you, Mama. Ooh, you posing.
She's a big woman too. It's like, this is the thing, right? I'm saying, right, for me, I'm average at best, if that, right? At best, I'm average. In probably other women's eyes, I'm maybe below average. But I mean, I have a history. I've dated, I've dated plenty of women. I'm not saying I've dated a lot, but I've dated plenty. So by, again, I'm average, right? And it's whatever. I'm not going to say I'm attractive or I'm above anything, right? It's like, this woman is big. I'm not big, but she ain't small. She ain't petite. Like, that leg is a couple legs deep. So it's like, I don't know. The ego is not attractive. So, like I'm seeing, she's average at best. So, I don't know what kind of men. It's like, go back to it, right? You don't qualify for a provider. I think a lot of modern women you should own and you qualify and you should ask for a man that's 50-50. A man that takes care of himself, you take care of yourself, you combine your wealth or whatever, and and now half, right? That's what you should strive for, right? As average people, you should strive for 50-50. That's it. And because that's pretty much what you'll qualify for.
Okay. So this is Danielle Riley, 35. What's the age range you would date?
My age range, okay, I guess I have to hold my ring light. So my age range, I would say probably 32 to 55.
Oh, you go to 55. So Danielle, what was your last relationship?
My last relationship was actually with my daughter's father. So 9 years ago.
That's a mad red flag. You haven't had a relationship in 9 years. Let's see when she, I don't know, last time she had sex.
I heard a girl talking about she was celibate for 4 years. Listen, girl, I was celibate for 7. So you'll get through this, right? But he was my last relationship, and I just didn't like how he treated me. So I had to reevaluate me and what I'm going to stand for, go for. And I do believe that made me the amazing woman I am now. So anybody being celibate, go with that journey it took.
This is why women need Kevin Samuels. Your celibate journey has done what for men? Your celibate journey is, how has that made you a better woman for the men that you want? It does what? Sometimes, right, I hear all these this healing, right, the self-healing journey that women go on, but it rarely, right, at least from the stories I hear, right, rarely it makes them a better partner for a man. It doesn't. Because now, let's say the 7 or 9 years she hasn't been in a relationship, she's 35. She just wasted her youth. Okay? You cannot deny the fact that some of the factors that men care for, youth and beauty, this woman wasted it. Okay? She did not look for a man in her prime. Okay? Her prime, when she had the best bargaining chips, her youth. And now at 35, she's ready for a man. 9 years of not having a man. 9 years of not being in a relationship. It's like, you just wasted something that you didn't have to waste. It's like, this is the thing. This is the problem that will make women chronically single. So what type of man do you think you're going to get?
It's an amazing journey. So my last relationship was about 9 years ago.
Are you celibate right now?
No.
You're not. So so what made you break your celibacy?
COVID was real hard. Not seeing people. It was real difficult. So I did go ahead and just break it just because
How does that make sense, right? You weren't having sex with people. So what does that mean with COVID? It's like seeing people. What?
It was just driving me crazy to be stuck in a house for so long and not really seeing people for a second. But I did start back dating, and I had been sexually active, but I kind of calmed back down because I heard what you were saying earlier, and you do lose value in yourself when you just start fucking everybody. So
I want to break that down. Is your desire a relationship?
Do I?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the only reason why I say that, because what happens is there's plenty of men that will have sex with you, but there's not plenty of men that's always going to want to be in a relationship. So if relationship is truly your goal, you have to learn that type of man, right? Mm-hmm. So, and I think what happens is because women can have sex with a certain guy, like he might have a certain amount of money, He might be a certain type of attraction. He might be those characteristics. That's your sex pool, not always your relationship pool. And if you want a relationship, then you have to learn your real options in the relationship pool, not your options in the sex pool. Let me ask you this.
I admit, right? Kendra's right. And that is where a lot of women mess up. Women will think that, oh, I can have sex with Drake, and that's the man that I qualify for. No, that's the man that you have sex. Okay? That's the man that men will have sex with a range of women. If they could, they would. Okay? If a man can have sex with you, they would. It won't say the same thing if a man can marry you or be in a relationship with you, he would. That's not the same thing. Because to be in a relationship, to be married to you, there's other factors that a man will consider. Having sex with you, all he needs is a hole. Sometimes, most of the time, just a hole, or other times, if you look good. That's it.
Just curious, because you're very confident, which I love. So you said you're very pretty. Why do you think you've been single for 9 years?
So
we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
We can't. It's going. Now we can.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's going in and out.
People are writing me, and so I think that you're hearing. It's like the people are starting to follow me, so I do apologize. I think the beeps are getting involved. So I was celibate for 7. I've been single for 9, but me personally, I was celibate because I had to begin to be a mom by myself. So I can't answer your question, but to be specific, I started being celibate because my daughter's dad wasn't going to be in our lives, and I had to figure out how to be a mom without a mom, right? I got siblings, but they crazy. I'm the second oldest, you know what I mean? So I couldn't really depend on them. So I can't learn how to be a mom if I got men in my face all day. That's just not how this is going to work. Plus I have a daughter, so I had to really figure it out. Now, after I became, when I started having sex again in 2020 and not being celibate, I did. What was your question? Wait a minute. So many things.
I said my question was, and I love your confidence, but you made it clear, you are very pretty. So I was just curious, why do you think you've been single for 9 years with a very pretty, privilege?
So, okay. So that was why I said that. It hadn't been 9 years. It's more since 2020. And it's just
so in 2020 you was in a relationship?
No, that's when I broke my celibacy.
You don't have to be pretty to have sex, okay? You don't have to be pretty to have sex. Ugly women have sex as well. That is a fact. Ugly women have sex as well. I've said this before. It don't matter if you're ugly, don't matter if you're pretty, don't matter if you're fat, don't matter if you're skinny, don't matter if you're old, don't matter if you're young. Men will always want to have sex with you. There will always be men out there that will want to have sex with you. It don't mean the same that there will always be men out there that want to be with you. Or it don't mean that the men that you want will always be out. It don't mean that there will always be men that you want that will want you. Okay? This is different. There will always be men that will want to have sex with you. This is the thing when still women do not know how to to distinguish between sex and relationship. It's a sad thing, right? It is different. It is two separate things for a lot of men. They can have sex with you, don't mean that they give a shit about you. Okay? They want to be in a relationship with you. It doesn't mean that it's like it don't mean that you're just a sexual thing to them. It's like men will compartmentalize these things, okay?
Okay, so you had sex, but you wasn't in a relationship.
Correct.
So you've been single. So the last time a man claimed you as his girl was 9 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
and that's because I took time to take care of my daughters. So if we fast forward a little bit, starting 2020, I would say the reason that I feel like I am, still single, or haven't became someone's girl, is because honestly, I've had the opportunities. Right. The thing is, I just, when things start happening and you can't, I'm not going to stick around for that long. I'm just not. So if you're going through things and it's not panning out to work for you, I can't get up and leave because I'm stable enough to. Like, maybe you got to work on being stable, and then maybe we can work it out. But I feel like that is usually my thing when I try to date black men, which I will only date black men. But when I'm trying to date black men, hardships happen, things happen, and then they get stuck where they don't know how to go to the next thing. And I can't be on that journey with you, because I got integrity in myself and who I am. So figure it out, work it out. I will always be here as a friend, but I can't date you. I can't.
Great. Sounds like you don't build with men. Sounds like you're not there with them through hard times. I hope she doesn't require marriage. Right? I hope she doesn't require marriage, because she's already proven to men that she's not going to be there for them. This is why. This is the thing where women like this will perpetually fall into the sex category.
We can't date and you go through shit.
Okay. Did I ask you what are the 3 flaws you have to work on?
Okay, so I can be a little bit more patient. I can. Because I don't like to text people all day. I want to meet you. I want to see you. I want to vibe in person. And I think I throw a lot of people off because I will ask, so are we going to go out? So I think I can be more patient. But the next thing is I could be a little bit more open. I will close off to something if I don't feel that it's going anywhere. I think that still deals with the patience. And another thing that I could work on, I think that's it for right now.
Okay. You only have 2 flaws.
Yeah. That I can think of right now. Now, I'm a human, right? I'm a human, right? So some may slip up or whatever. Just let's work through it. But not weird, not something like, okay, I got a smart ass mouth. There go the third one. I got a smart mouth. And
okay.
I got a lot of words in my brain, so I'm kind of quick with my smart remarks.
Okay. And last question what's the age range you would date, Danielle?
I said 32 to 55, I think.
Okay. What about do you want more kids?
No. Thank you for asking. No.
Okay, so no more? No. So you want to get married? Do you want to get married?
I would like to be married.
Okay. So he should already have kids.
Or if you don't want kids, I mean, I'm okay with that. But yes, but no more than 3. No more than 3. You have to take care of them. I'm not dating no men that don't take care of their kid. Like, I'm a single. I'm not about to let you. You're not about to lay up in my house and we don't know what's happening with your kid. I can't do that. That's another reason why I'm single. They're not taking care of their kids, Kendra. They really not. Mm-mm.
Or you don't qualify for those men. This is the thing, right? Women don't understand. The men that they date, men that they have sex with, the men that they attract, is usually the men that they only qualify for. Okay? Now, let's say this, right? Like, I'm not saying that it's not all, because, yeah, sometimes you could have sex with, wealthy men or whatever. But I'm saying a lot of them. Especially, let's say this, who her baby daddy was, is usually it could be the option where a lot of other men will be similar to him. Okay? That's something that women don't understand, okay? If she said a lot of these men don't take care of their kids, well, if those are the only men that you see, only men that you attract, only men that come up to talk to you, kind of says something that's what you qualify for, right? Something that's what you attract. So this is the thing what women don't understand. What do you think? What type of men do you think you're attracting? What type of men do you think that wants you? You're 35. You're not really good looking. You're average at best, like I said. You're a single mom. You're pretty big. You have an attitude. You have all these other requirements and stuff. You only date black men, which is fine. I mean, I'm not saying to like, oh, please open it up to other races. I mean, no, that's your own thing. But again, what type of men you think you're gonna get? This is the thing, right? This is like, I did this other video, right? If you just saw, of a woman that she's slender, she's very attractive. So really, she has a better chance attracting at least a certain caliber of men. Her, I don't think so.
Does your child's father take care of your
No.
child?
That's who she attracts, right? That's who she attracts. This is something I learned from Kevin Samuels. Who is your baby father is who you're going to end up with. The type of man you're going to end up with. This is the thing what women don't understand. Choose better men. Right? Don't give children to crappy men and then expect you won't continue getting that kind of crappy man. Usually women repeat that cycle over and over again.
And I'm okay with that because I'd rather he's not in her life than he's like, oh, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna not be there. And I put her in counseling because daddy issues is a thing, right? I was blessed enough to have my parents and they were married until my mom passed away. But I know the importance of having a father in a girl's life. So I'm trying to be proactive about the way that my daughter interacts with people or, her emotions and things like that. But no, he is not in her life, I'm totally okay with that. So I don't come with that whole like, is she still messing with her baby dad? Like, I don't come with baggage. I don't come with stress and like none of that. So, I mean, I'm a good.
I think it's a lie. You're 35. Listen to your story. I know you come with baggage.
I guess I want to make sure I understand when you say you're okay with that because it sounds like you're okay with your child's father not taking care of your child, but you wouldn't be okay with another man that had a child that's not taking care of his child.
Yes. Her dad doesn't want to be there. Her dad never wanted to be there from the time I told him that I was pregnant.
But you gave him a child. You're willing to. This is the thing, right? You're willing to be fine with that man, but you're not fine with. It's like you attract what you get, right? You're attracting what you get.
It was like getting an abortion. I don't want kids.
I understand that, but I'm just saying you would judge a man, and I get the judgment of a man if he's not taking care of his child. I want to make sure I'm understanding because on one hand you say I would not date a man who doesn't take care of his children, which I get, but then you said your child's father doesn't take care of your child, but you're fine with that.
Yes, I'm fine with it because if he's trying to take, I'm speaking about my daughter, not the other person. If my daughter's dad is trying to be in her life when he wants to, that's an issue. However, if the man that I am, and that's an issue because I don't want my daughter thinking that a person loving her is someone that comes in and out of her life. That's not how it works. However, the person that I'm dealing with, and that's my situation with her dad. He doesn't, also Kendra, he don't want to be there. And I'm not about to force that man to be there. You know what I mean? But the person that I'm trying to deal with, if you got a kid, try to be in their life. And if you're not trying to be in their life, can we talk through that? Like what's wrong? But at least make an active choice to be in their life. Not sending child support. I don't get child support from my daughter's dad either, but not sending child support. Actually go get your kids. You know what I mean? See them, pick them up, spend time with them. Don't be on your phone. That's what I mean. Like deal with your kids. If you're going to be in their life, deal with them. Like don't not deal with them. My daughter's dad has never wanted to deal with her. So it's a little bit different. And I'm not sure if you could understand the difference, but it's a difference. He doesn't want to be there and I'm not going to force him. However, a man about to be in my bed, you see how hard I deal and work with mine.
So, but you will force that man. You will force that man to deal with his kids. It's like, it's just, even Kendra see the hypocrisy of it. So another man would see it too. Another man would see that, okay, so you would force me to deal with the kids that I don't want, but you wouldn't force the man that you gave a child to be with a kid that he don't want. And this is the thing, right? You want marriage from me when you're not giving me any kids. You didn't marry the man that you gave a child to. It don't make sense. There's no logic to it. This is why your actions matter. If you have some kind of morals or principles, you better live it. If you believe a man should take care of his child, then that man that you gave a child to should take care of his child. This is the thing. This is the thing where you obviously don't live by your morals and principles. If you wanted marriage, right, then you should have. This is women. See, this is the thing where women want to negate their past. Okay, it's like, oh, it happened in my past. I want to do things differently. No, because really, the past matters. The past matters because that child's not going to disappear. She's a symbol of your past. She's a symbol of your mistakes, right? She's a symbol of your hypocrisies. This is the thing what women don't understand. This is why your past matters, because your actions show your hypocrisy. It don't make sense. You cannot expect different things from a new man that compared to your last man.
So don't think that she about to just come lay up, and I know your baby mama probably struggling. That's not okay.
Let me tell you how it sounds. Mm-hmm. So, are you saying that your child's father never wanted to be in your child's life, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you were able to have a man, you were able to have a child by a man who you knew never wanted to be a part of the child's life, and that was fine with you. But now you would not date a man that does not want to be in his child's life because that would be judgmental.
So my daughter's dad didn't want kids. He's older and I wasn't as old, so he just didn't want kids. Not necessarily me, but once I became pregnant, it was
I do love Kendra trying to point out the hypocrisy to her. She's not being as direct as, the late great Kevin Samuel would, but she's a woman trying to be very discreet or very kind.
I don't want a kid, and I don't have to listen to what you don't.
Was that a relationship?
Yes, we were.
Okay, gotcha. All right, we don't got to deep dive anymore. I think people are saying I'm slow. No, I'm actually not slow. And what I do is I ask questions to understand. This is what men say. This is what I hear the most from men. Sometimes women who have children have higher expectations for the new man than they do for their own child's father. So, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but you have to understand the mindset of a new guy that you want to participate in your life and also love on your child. So that's why I deep dive with these questions, because these are things that the new man that you want to attract, that you now have desire, that you understand that you deserve, what you want to build a life with. These are some of the things, and they have said it on the show 1,000 times, so that is the reason why I deep dive in that. But we're going to move forward. I got you. All right. So did I answer the last question? Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
No, not yet, but
let's do it.
Lucky to be with me because I am all around the most genuine, loving person that you could probably ever meet. I have an amazing vibe. I love to have fun. I love tequila. I don't come with stress. I don't. If you know me,
she sounds like she does, and the stress is from her.
And I know y'all don't, but I just don't come with the stress. So it's always a good time. You're always going to be happy. I just bring so much positivity to any relationship, right? So if the relationship is also
how does she know? It's like she's 35. She hasn't been in a relationship in 9 years. She hasn't been in a relationship since she was you know, since she was like about 26. So really, he's like, how do you know that? You are so inexperienced in it. You make it seem like I'm so great. I'm amazing, right? All my relationships, they love me. I bring happiness. All this stuff. What? What relationship? You haven't been in a relationship in 9 years. How do you even know that's true? Or how do you even know that's true anymore? It's like insanity.
My relationship, my man, like, baby, you in for it all. So,
Let's do it. So we got Dale. You say he doesn't have to be in Raleigh, right?
My love language is physical touch, so you do have to be close. I mean, we can go vacation, we can take a flight, that's fine, but I would prefer that you are close.
Okay. And 35, she's 35, a supervisor, a Pisces, and a mom to a 9-year-old. How can a man reach out?
It's like, I do love that Kendra was pointing out the hypocrisies, the delusion, right? This is the thing, right? Women, they use their women logic when looking for a partner. But this is the problem. What do the men that you want, what do they want? Women seem to never understand that. And this is why a lot of them will stay single. I don't know. What do you guys think? That was an interesting one. I think it was a good live. I enjoyed it. Again, please like and subscribe. If you could, please check out my main channel. The link is in the description down below. Please come back. Check out my other lives. I'll do from time to time, right? There's no set schedule, but if you subscribe, you would know. But that's it.